Good morning and welcome back to our joint newscast where we talk about, you guessed it,
joints.
First, let's answer the question, what are joints?
Joints connect our bones and they have two functions. They connect bones and give the skeleton mobility.
Don't forget that joints are classified in two ways, structurally and functionally. But the structural joints are classified into three other joints, which are synovial, cartilaginous, and fibrous.
Why yes, so you are right. How can I forget that synovial joints are joints where the bone ends are connected or are separated by a joint cavity with synovial fluid, and cartilaginous joints are bone ends that are connected with cartilage.
By the way, Sam, do you know the four features of the synovial joints?
No, I forget.
Well, the first is articular cartilage, which covers the ends of the bones forming a joint. The second feature is fibrous articular capsule, which is when joints are enclosed by a sleeve/capsule. The third is joint cavity, which is an articular capsule which encloses a cavity. And finally, the fourth is a reinforcing ligaments that are fibrous capsule reinforced with ligaments.
Yes, now that you mention it, I do recall learning that. Which reminds me, while we're on the topic of synovial joints, do you know the different shapes that they come in?
Why yes, I do remember. If my memory serves me correctly, they can come in the form of pivot joints, which is when the rounded end of one bone fits into a sleeve or ring on another bone. And they can also be found as saddle joints, which are when articular surface has both convex and concave areas that correspond to each other and appear to look like saddle.
Thanks, Obi, and now we'll take it to Dr. O'Neill in the doctor's office.
Good morning, doctor. My knee joints are hurting and I think I might have some type of bone disease.
Well, there are a bunch of different kinds of bone diseases that you might have, or joint diseases, but the most common cause of joint disease is arthritis. And the most common type of arthritis is osteoarthritis, which is basically caused by old age, and it's just your bones, they wear out after a while. The cartilage starts to wear out, and then the bones actually start rubbing together. It's real bad.
You said that that's the primary cause of arthritis was old age, but I'm not old yet.
Yeah, you're very right about that. There's a general probability that you might develop another kind of arthritis. There are other kinds of arthritis that might be causing your joint pain.
What type could it be?
Well, it could be rheumatoid arthritis, which is basically when the body's immune system thinks the cartilage is an infection and it attacks the cartilage. It causes a decrease in cartilage levels between the bones, and it can cause a similar effect.
That sounds painful. I don't think I have that form of arthritis.
Well, I'm pretty sure you don't. I think you may be experiencing gout arthritis, which is when uric acid builds up in the blood and it gets deposited in the cartilage between your joints. And when it's deposited, it feels like a sharp pain. There are like these needle-like crystals in your joints that are the cause of the pain. And you're a strong candidate for this type of arthritis because you're within the age range and you have certain of the common side effects. It can be caused by cancer due to your kidneys being overwhelmed, and it'll lead to waste products not being filtered out by the blood that can affect the cartilage.
Oh, that's pretty helpful. Thanks.
Anytime, man.
I know I originally came in to learn more about bone diseases, but I was wondering what sort of techniques you guys have to repair more general bone diseases.
Well, Jonathan, that really depends on the type of bone injury, but sometimes electrical stimulation is used to increase the speed of healing. And we can also use ultrasound, which will give us a good image of your injury, and it may stimulate the cartilage cells to make callus.
So how do you guys treat the really bad fractures that can't easily heal on their own? I may have one of those because my leg hurts a lot.
Well, I'm pretty sure you actually have bone cancer, but I'll indulge you. We sometimes use self-extending leg implants, which are very useful in replacing the knee. They're metallic. They work well in children. We can sometimes administer protein to kickstart growth. It'll help the bone marrow repair itself, and essentially it just speeds up the body's natural healing process. We frequently use techniques that allow us to effectively graft the bone vessels, meaning the new bone will take to the body more easily. It's called vascular fibular growth, or grafting. We also use crushed bone from cadavers occasionally, and sometimes we use types of ceramic bone implants to help bridge gaps.
Wow, that's all pretty cool.
Yeah, we call it bone help juice.
Well, thanks for the help, doctor.
All right, go get checked out for your bone cancer.
Okay.
Yes, very good job. But there are a few more other shapes that they can come in, which are the first being plane joints, which the articular surfaces are plane and provide small sliding motions. And then the second is, are hinge joints when a cylindrical surface on one end of the bone fits into a trough-like surface on the other bone and allows for pivoting pivoting on a hinge back and forth. Then there are condyloid joints, which is where an egg-shaped protrusion at the end of one bone fits into an ovular cavity on the other end of the bone. And then finally, there are ball and socket joints where like a ball-shaped projection on the end of one bone fits into the socket of another.
All right, that's it for the joint show.